I'm sure that you are all keen to go to your next session, which is 10 secrets to win your clients with impactful presentations. So I'll just take your permission to tell you something about myself before I start my presentation. Friends, of course, you know my name is Anjali Gupta. I am a graduate from Delhi University. I've done my MBA from IMT Ghaziabad into HR. My last organization was Mascon Global Limited. I have been running this organization Eloquent now for the past many years. We started in the year 2009. Here we coach speakers and the non-speakers to become good, master their stage presence. Eloquent, I've already told you about. It means get fluent right now. I've been awarded as the coach of public speaking. I have authored a book which is Parenting Public Speaking, and I have spoken at all these places. So friends, before I get started, I would like to understand from you, what are the challenges you face in your presentation skills? Please type in the chat box so that I can have the answers from you. All right. So friends, the objective of our today's presentation is to ensure that you remember what you have to say, because there are many times people forget whenever they go on the stage. Remove your fear and hesitation, make you audience ready, make you stage ready. Be at ease in front of the people of influence. Be ready to share your experience with the world. So are you all ready? Type Y for yes in the chat box. How will I do this? Right? There are so many objectives that I've shared with you. How will I do this? How will I ensure that I meet all these objectives? Well, I will be sharing with you the 10 secrets to win your clients with impactful presentations. Friends, let me take you back to the time in the month of October 2019. You work in an organization and you're expecting a project. Rather, you're trying to sell a project to a client of yours. You expect your clients to come in for a presentation the next month, in the month of November 2019. The client would be coming with around 10 people, the director himself, the C-level executives, plus a few more in the hierarchy. The master presenter who used to present every time from your organization has left the job for greener pastures. The board of directors of your organization decides to nominate and select one of you who might present well. They identify a list of 10 people, 10 seniors who are nominated and who would make a demo presentation in front of them, basis which they are going to nominate and select one person to represent them and pitch for that particular project in front of the clients. You wanted to take this opportunity, but you have a nomination process which is in place. You knew other seniors, your peers, were good enough in your presentation skills, in their presentation skills. But you also knew for the fact that the presentations made by you earlier were like burps of acidity. But you also knew one thing, that you had been working on your skills. This opportunity that had come to you, you did not want this opportunity to go. You made it a point that you are going to grab this opportunity, and so you decide to have an all-hands meeting with yourself and yourself alone. You decided to be mindful this time. You decided to be mindful with a sense of objectivity and responding to the business situations. So you decided that you're going to sit down with yourself and write down what are the challenges that you face. So one of the first challenges, my friends, which all of you face and which we usually see people face are: 1. they forget whatever they have to say on the stage. Has it ever happened with you? Type Y for yes in the chat box if it has happened with you, or if you have seen someone else also face a similar kind of a challenge. So friends, what is it that you have to do? Please answer a few more questions of mine. Tell me, how many of you tend to lose your sleep a night before your actual presentation? Do you tend to sleep late? Type me in the chat box. Secondly, how many of you make it a point that you keep making changes to your presentation till the last minute, and then you say, how is it that I forget my presentation every time I go on the stage to make a presentation? Give me a break, my friends. Please understand one thing. Sleep is critical to our memory. The researchers have found that if you do not take full sleep, you tend to forget whenever you are on the stage. Sleep helps you consolidate your memory. So what happens? So friend, what happens at the time when we do not sleep well the night before? We end up in the morning, we get up in the morning, we are tired. We keep on rubbing our eyes, we yawn more than usual. And in order to keep ourselves awake, we have more cups of tea, more cups of coffee or cold drink. I'm sure all of you know, carbonated drinks or caffeinated drinks do not do us good. They only increase our nervousness. And this is something that we have to take care of. What do you think, friends? Would you like to type in the comment section and tell me what is it that we should consume, especially on the day when it is due for presentation? 1, water. 2, fresh juices. Keep your water handy with you whenever you are making a presentation. Drink enough water during the day. Keep yourself hydrated. And fresh juices, they give you a lot of energy. And taking the second point, you should complete your presentations at least maximum 1 week in advance and minimum at least 2 days in advance. Ensure that you do not make changes to the presentations till the last minute. And when you do that, there is a problem, because of which, because of your sleep, you are not able to do a great job. You wanted to become a great presenter, but you could not, and hence you forgot your speech on the stage, which is very, very important. So it is very important for you to be mindful of your state of being. How is your persona getting reflected on the day of your presentation? Be mindful of your own state of being, of your own state of wellness, my friends. So this is your first tip that you have to understand whenever you go on the stage, whenever you make a presentation in front of your audience. Let us now come to tip number 2. Plan your message well. Type in the comment section, friends, and tell me, what do you understand by this particular tip? Plan your message well. It reminds me, friends, of an incident that happened last year. I was in a seminar and I was attending the presentation by many people. Now it so happened that one of the learned professors was expected to come on the stage and speak. He was quite knowledgeable, plenty of years of experience, and all the people in the audience were looking forward to his presentation because there would be a lot of learning from his speech. Everybody was enthusiastic. As he started and progressed, all our enthusiasm got evaporated because we just could not understand what he was speaking. No, his voice was clear. I'm not saying his voice was unclear, but the content part, he had not worked on the content part of it. What happened was, there were a lot of loose ends in his presentation in whatever he was speaking, which meant he should have structured his presentation properly, rightly. But he did not do that, because of which people, the people in the audience, they started looking at their cell phones. They started talking to each other. And of course, I'm sure all of you would be able to understand. It is quite demotivating when you see your audience looking at some other place but you. So friends, what is the answer to this particular question? Friends, the answer is you need to have a structure in place whenever it comes to making a presentation. Have you ever noticed a book? We have chapters in book and there is an objective for each and every single chapter of the book. It is to help us understand whatever they are trying to say, and every single chapter has a message to share. Well friends, there are many messages that are floating around. All of us, there are many different structures that are floating around for the presentations and the speeches. I'm going to share with you today one structure that is going to help you throughout, wherever you go in the world, giving your presentations and giving your speeches. I would like you to take a note of it. And this structure, my friends, is introduction, body, conclusion. Yes, my friends, the same way we were told by our teachers in the classes that you should write your essay in the form of introduction, body and conclusion. A very important structure, my friends. Rather, when I started making my videos, and if you visit my YouTube channel, I made use of this particular structure to ensure that I do a great job. So friends, I repeat myself, make use of the structures to plan your message well. And the structure is introduction, body and conclusion. It will help you do a phenomenal job. So friends, type in the comment section, what are the two messages, two secrets that you have learned so far? Let me repeat them for you. 1, be mindful of your state of being. Secondly, plan your message well. So friends, now let me move to the third message that I'm going to share with you. The third secret to help you win your client with your impactful presentations. And these secrets that I'm sharing with you, these are some of the challenges which even the best of the presenters face at whatever level in the organization they are. All of them face these kind of challenges. So these are very small nuggets which if you take care of, they are going to add value to your presentation. So make it a point that you work on them well. So after sharing these 2 points, these 2 secrets with you, I'm now moving to my third secret revealing. How many of you understand and know this term? What is in it for me? Right? How many of you can resonate, understand this particular term? Have you had any experience with the WIFM? What is in it for me? How many of you think that there is a lot of learning involved in this acronym? Well friends, a very important part to connect with your audience. Let us say there is a person, a presenter who's trying to sell an ERP software to the people in the audience. Now ERP software, in case you do not know, it is a software which is used to collect all the database of your organization, put that in place as per department and consolidate. Once consolidated, it helps us to generate reports which helps further in making business decisions possible. So this is what an ERP software is. So let us say you are trying to sell an ERP software to a bunch of people, and now there would be several people from the audience, several people from the organization who would be sitting there. So once you start selling it to them, and in case you just give them an overview of this is how it is going to help your organization, will the people in the audience buy it? Definitely not, my friends. Why not? Type in the comment section and tell me, why is it that the people will not be able to buy your proposal even though it is for the benefit of their organization? Well, that is because, my friends, People in the audience would be required to do some extra work to get this ERP into their systems, into their departments, because it is not for only for the organization at a strategic level, it will have to percolate down to other levels as well down the line. So unless and until people understand what is the benefit that they are going to derive by implementing, and how is it that you're going to ease their work, you're not answering their whim for me. Let me share with you yet another incident. It so happened that I was attending a presentation, and there was this person, a trainer in front, and his topic was Know Thy Customer. Now this trainer knew few of us who would be there in that presentation. What did he do? He picked up few of us, rather two of us, as samples, and he worked through our profile in order to prove his point as to why is it necessary and how is it that he can help, or how is it you can help or we can help by knowing our customer well. Friends, once he did this, you can imagine, he also chose me as a sample. You can well imagine, I was like, oh my God, he chose me as a sample. Wow, I did not even blink my eye. And today I'm sharing that information with you. He was able to, what happened as a result, he was able to make an imprint into my mind. So it happened 1 year back, but I still remember him. There were certain other people also whose seminars and presentations we attend, keep on attending. But there is only one or hardly two people who are able to connect with the audience. So it's really very, very important that we connect with the people in the audience, and it is possible once you know who all are going to attend the presentation. Figure that out and identify what is in it for them, and once you work your way through the WIFIN, it is going to help you do a phenomenal job. So here I'm sharing with you a small format which is going to help you a lot. I would encourage all of you to take a picture of this particular format. Identify the number of attendees, that is number one. Identify them, their background, write down their names, this is the person's background, and then I answer this question, what is in it for them? And once you're able to answer your questions, you would do a great job with your presentation, friends. This is very, very important. Take a click, and now let me move to the fourth secret of making impactful presentations for all of you. Friends, the fourth secret is stories. Friends, there was an experiment that was conducted. It was in the month of July 2009. Two people conducted this experiment. One was journalist Rob Walker, and the second was author Josh Glenn. What did they do? They bought 100 articles, saw cheese. They bought these 100 articles from garage stores and garage sales. Chutput ki दुकानों से, छोटी-छोटी दुकानों से they bought these things. And then, what is the cost that they bought at? They bought it at the cost of $1.28. Yes, my friends, hardly $100. Each and every single article was not more than $100. Thereafter, they invited volunteer fictional story writers to write stories on these articles. So to all those writers who came in, the fictional story writers who were volunteers, they were given one product and they were told to write a fictional story for each and every single product. They wrote the stories, and after everything was done, what did they do? They put up these articles for selling on eBay. Now, what did they do different? Instead of mentioning the features of their products which they wanted to sell on eBay, they removed all of that and they just put up the stories along with the picture of these articles. And underneath, they claimed that all these stories are fictional stories. Guess what happened, my friends? Within a period of 5 months, they were able to sell all the items and they made a whooping profit of 2800%. They sold it for $3,612.51. What do you understand by this particular story that I have shared with you, my friends? Type this in the chat box. Friends, understand one thing. Stories create a visual into our minds. They turn something which is insignificant into significant. They turn something which is cheap into something which is expensive, which means people connect with stories. Do not forget that they had mentioned Rob and Josh. Both of them had mentioned that these stories that we are sharing with you are fictional, but people were willing to pay all the more and they made such a big profit. So understand one thing, friends. Whenever you are making a presentation, it is very important that you insert stories into your presentation. However, please ensure that the business story that you would be inserting in your presentations are relevant. You just cannot pick up a story and throw at your audience. Definitely not. Never ever do that. Pick up relevant stories and then present it to the audience so that we all know people enjoy stories and you would be able to do a great job into selling. So the minute you enter on the stage, the time it is for you to present, you have to start preparing much before that. And as you move forward in your presentation, that is the time when you have to ensure that your audience remains hooked to you. And what best? The stories work the best for you. Make it a point that you have the right business stories for yourself, for your presentations. Then, there is something else as well, friends. The data stories. We present the data in the platter and people are like, oh my God, data. Oh, I'm not ready to hear that. I don't have my ears tuned to the data. Why should I hear the data from you? What is the benefit? And people usually fall asleep when it comes to data. My friends, convert data into stories. That helps a lot in keeping your audience hooked, especially all of those who are entrepreneurs, professionals, speakers, trainers, coaches, consultants. Whenever you're trying to sell something, bring in the data, but in the format of a story so that people enjoy whatever you have to say. So friends, till now I have covered 4 secrets. Can you type in the chat box and tell me what are those 4 secrets that I have covered so far? Which was the first one? Well, the first one was be mindful of your state of being. Second was plan your message well, in which I shared the structure with you. And the structure was, type in the comment section. I usually call it my IBC structure: introduction, body, conclusion. Then I shared a WIFM format with you, this one. And thereafter, I have now shared the relevance of business stories and data stories, which are going to help you do a phenomenal job with your presentations. Whenever you're trying to win your client, a prospective client, through your impactful presentations, all of these make a lot of difference. So friends, let us move to the 5th part, the 5th secret of making phenomenal presentations. And this, my friends, is whenever you are presenting, do not crowd your slides. Make it a point that you give only one idea per slide, which also means that you have to look at the visual as well. Whatever visual that you're presenting, it should complement with the message that you have to give on your slide. I'll share an example with you. What does it take to build or rebuild a personal brand? And there is just one idea, and in case you can get it done from outside, in case you can do it on your own, do it, else get it done from your from outside. Pixabay is one site wherein you have a lot of free images which are present there, and you can always pick up images from there, Google or wherever. In case you have those stocked images also, you can make use of that also, but ensure that one message is there per slide only. The 6x6 rule that existed earlier, that was okay for your college days, but now when you're giving a professional one, a professional presentation in front of your entrepreneurs to whom you're trying to do a selling stuff, make it a point that you do the right thing. Let us move to the sixth one. Your sixth secret is avoid any kind of bullet points. Friends, please understand, a visual appeal is very, very important. So when you overcrowd your slides, you tend to use bullet points also. So can you present them differently? You have to just get creative. This can be one of the ways in which you can present your points. Yet another way in which you can present your points. What do you understand by this, friends? Would you like to type in the comment section? Please type in the comment section and tell me what is the difference between reaction and response. So friends, how many of you, tell me, how many of you feel that the people in the audience are always there to be, they will always trouble you whenever you are there on the stage? How many of you agree to this? Share this in the chat box and tell me how many of you agree. Type Y for yes in the chat box in case you feel that people in the audience are there to only and only trouble you. Well friends, please understand one thing. Whenever as a presenter you are presenting, it is all about your mindset. And what is the mindset that you have to change? You have to understand that people who are sitting in the audience, they have taken out their precious time and they have come to listen to you, to listen to your presentation. They could have been elsewhere doing something else, but they are here, your presentation. So it is obvious you need to answer their questions. When they are listening to you, you have to answer their questions, and they would like to have their questions answered. So it is your mistake in case you are not prepared, in case you have not done your homework well. Make it a point that you respond to them, you do your homework well. However, what are those phrases which you can make use of in order to ensure that you respond and not react? I'm going to share with you a few phrases now which you can always make use of to ensure that you respond to the business presentations, any queries that come to you during your discussion with your audience, with your clients or prospective clients, let me call them. Sometimes a question is too lengthy and they are not able to express themselves really well. So listen to all the parts of the questions very, very carefully and address them one by one. And towards the end, when you have answered all the parts one by one, check if you were able to answer all of them. Let us say somebody presents you a different kind of an idea. Oh, this is a different idea that I'm presenting, and the person in the audience feels, wow, I have got him now. I'm going to present a different idea and he would not be able to answer it. And there you are, standing as a presenter, knowing not what to say. Don't get confused, my friends. This is what you have to do. Tell that person, that's an interesting idea. I had never thought of that. Be vulnerable. There is no harm in accepting something which you do not know, were not aware of. And instead of saying, I do not know, and feeling bad about it, and giving leverage to your audience to pull you, don't do that. Rather accept. And trust me, this sort of a thing has happened with me earlier. And I was really able to handle it so well, the person got up and went out of the room. Well, these kind of things happen, but friends, also ensure the tone in which you speak has to be the right one. If you do not have the right tone, it would become a problem. So you can also take a picture of this slide In case there is somebody who really disagrees with you on an argument, that person might be right, he might have his own point of view, you have your point of view. Assert your position calmly. Once again, make it a point, friends, that your tone is that of a mature person standing and presenting himself, his viewpoint. So assert your position calmly. Humor. Inserting humor. Type in the chat box and tell me, how many of you agree that you should insert humor into your presentations? Well, friends, humor is sometimes, it gets jittery. How? Many a times people in the audience might not enjoy humor at all. Something you thought would be quite humorous might not be humorous for your audience. So this is something that you have to really take care of, because you pick up a joke from somewhere, it is not at all related to the topic, and then you go and present. Some people smile, some people even do not, okay, fine, it is his job and he's he just wanted to insert one joke, he did it, okay, fine, let's move on. So if you cannot really handle humor, please do not indulge in any kind of humor, which is very important. Have a strong opening and closing. Friends, type in the chat box and tell me, what do you think are the different kinds of openings that we can go for? Well, one could be a story, the second could be a question, a third could be a quotation, could be a Sanskrit shlok, could be a poetry, could be a shero shairi. It all depends upon where you are and what is the kind of an opening that you would like to make use of. But do not take the challenge of, if you're not good at Sanskrit shlokas and you're going to ratify a Sanskrit shloka and then present it, trust me, you are going to forget it, and then you're going to curse yourself for selecting a shloka because it just did not leave a good impression on your audience. So make it a point that you have a strong opening, but choose an opening in which you are strong at. Right, likewise, choose a very strong closing. So once you know your opening and closing, everything would be in place. But choose an opening or a closing which is your strength. Do not embarrass yourself on the stage. Do not get over ambitious in your presentation skills. Okay, this is a small exercise that I would like you to do. I would like you to take out your copies and pen and draw 15 triangles on your copies. They have to be equidistant to each other, and they have to be equal in size as well. Right? Once you are done with this, you have to draw some figures out of these triangles. Right? Try to make something from these triangles, and I'll give you 1 minute to do this particular exercise, because I believe you must have drawn the triangles right now. So I'm just going to give you 1 minute for this. Make these triangles 5 in each row, equidistant and of equal size. Wonderful. Now draw the images, whatever you feel like, whatever comes to your mind, into this particular, in all these triangles, as many as you can fill in. In case you can do all, nothing like it, do it. Else, whatever is the number that you can make. Okay, now type in the chat box and tell me, how many of you found it confusing earlier? Right, when I gave you this when I gave you this particular exercise, how many of you found it confusing, not knowing what to do? Right, I'm sure many of you. And type, you found it confusing. C for confusing. And how many of you could complete your figures? Can you just put on your videos, guys, and share in the video as to how many figures could you make till now? Can you show it to me? Okay, you have completed, Pankaj. That's great. So friends, this is something that I made when I was doing this particular exercise for the first time. I also found it really very confusing, but when I kept on doing it over and over again, I was able to work on all the figures. Ideas started coming to me. What exactly do I need to do? And that is what our tip number 10 is, my friends. Tip number 10 is practice till you become good at your presentation skills. Because after becoming good, it is your job to practice all the more so that you become good at your presentation skills and you do a great job, a phenomenal job. So there were a few realizations that I had. One, I need to try again and again. This is number one. Secondly, you need to be consistent in your persistence and to be in the right company, with the company of those people who will help you grow. So friends, till now I have shared with you the 10 tips which will help you win your clients to make impactful presentations. So friends, in case you wish to learn more, we have these corporate and individual courses. We customize them according to the people's requirement. These courses are into business storytelling, public speaking, the power of voice, presentation skills, conducting webinars, conducting FB live sessions. In case any one of you is interested in taking up any of these courses, which we customize according to your individual requirement and according to the requirements of the corporate, you can always let us know. You can put your name and phone number in the chat box. And of course, we also run our club of public speaking. These are the classes that happen every single Sunday. The different offerings that we have, in case you would like to take the membership of the club, do let us know. The benefits that you are going to get out of this club membership is that you will learn to speak with passion, understand the purpose of your speech, how to handle your audience management, audience engagement. You will have regular practice sessions. You will have personal coaching sessions from me. You will also get an opportunity to network with the people because I have the trainers, coaches, consultants, entrepreneurs, professionals in my group. You get a very supportive environment, and of course you have my one-on-one coaching. There are 3 kinds of membership that I'm going to offer you right now. One is the bronze membership. It is for a period of 3 months. These are the things that we are going to cover in this. Understand your speaking mindsets, element of speaking, the speaking structure, the basics of speaking. The second is the silver membership, which is for a period of 6 months, which will include the content of 3 months plus the art of giving feedback, presentation skills, informative speaking, storytelling, stage nuances and body language. Then the third is the online gold membership for 12 months. Friends, all these classes are going to be online classes. We have these classes on Zoom. Then we are going to include in this elevator pitch, making videos, vote of thanks, how to do FB Live, business storytelling and conducting interviews online as well. In case you have any questions, friends, you can type them in the comment section. In order to avail the membership, you can put your name and number in the chat box. My phone number, you already have my WhatsApp number. So my WhatsApp number is 9717800032. This is my WhatsApp number. You can take a pic, and my email ID is eloquentnow@gmail.com. all of you who would like to have stayed till the end, please share your email IDs in the chat box so that I can share my free ebook with you. So I want your name, phone numbers and email ID in the chat box so that I can share all these details with you. And once I have these details from you, I will share the gift of the free ebook with you. In case you have any questions, friends, you can. Okay, Tilip, I'm just coming to you. I'll ask you, I'll just remove the share and take your question. All right, friends, I would like you to put on your videos, which is very important. That is going to help us take the photograph and of course take up your questions if any. And I'm also stopping the share. The details of the club membership and the courses that I have offered will be shared with you once you express your interest in taking up this particular course or these particular courses. We will be sharing all these details with you on the WhatsApp. We will form a group. Right, Philip, you had a question. Can I have your question, please? Philip, you had raised your hand. All right, friends, in case you have any other question, you can unmute yourself and ask those questions. Yes, Philip. I cannot hear you, Philip. Can you please check your audio settings? Okay, all of you have my WhatsApp number. Okay, issue in network. So, Tilip, I suggest why don't you just type the question here. All right, Tilip, perfect. No issues. Friends, anyone else has any question? All right. So friends, this is the end of my presentation, and today I have shared with you the 10 secrets to win clients to help you with your impactful presentations. And then very thanks to Sumitra ma'am also for her wonderful presentation. Her topic was, if you think you can, you can. And there was, I believe, a lot of learnings from all of you. Friends, can you just share the learnings that you've had from our sessions today? Okay, let me be very specific. So what all did you learn from the 10 secrets that I have shared with you? What were your takeaways? Would like to hear from you in the chat box in case your videos are not working, your audios are not working. Be mindful. Okay, thank you so much, Suma. Mudit says stories. Okay, thank you so much, Pankaj. Plan your message. That is wonderful. Great. Vifim, story. Okay, no bullet items. That is very important. Yes, my friends. All right, friends. So friends, I'm going to humor. All right, Gopi Kanan says humor. All right. Humor is challenging for everyone. I agree with that. Response versus reaction. Very true. Opening and closing should be powerful. That's wonderful, Aruna. Wow, I'm like so happy. Every one of you was listening so attentively to us. That was wonderful. And practice, yes, of course. Practice is very important. Plan your message. So friends, it's time for us to end the session. We are like 6 minutes above the schedule. The session had to end at 12:30. In case you have any questions, you have my WhatsApp number, you have my email IDs. You can always get in touch with us for any kind of queries if you have. Thank you so very much for joining us. This is Anjali Gupta signing off, and Sumitra ma'am, a great thanks to you as well. Thank you so much all of you for participating, joining us. We will be back soon with our new session, a new learning for all of you. Bye bye. See you.